Hello everyone, today I prepared a short video to talk about the rhoticity in English, and I brought some examples from Star Wars because May the 4th or May the 4th. This is the topic of this video. First of all, what is the difference between rhotic accents and non-rhotic accents? In rhotic accents, you pronounce car, you pronounce the R at the end of the syllable, you pronounce the R at the end of the word. So it's word and not word. In non-rhotic accents, you don't pronounce the R at the end of the syllable or at the end of the word. So it's word and not word. Usually, rhotic accents include General American, Canadian pronunciation, Scotland, and Ireland. I didn't put the US because there are accents that are non-rhotic. For example, the accent in Boston, well, I would say the older generation is non-rhotic. It's May the 4th be with you. And non-rhotic accents usually include England, Wales, Australia, New Zealand, and South Africa. Once again, maybe I don't talk about details that much in this video, but it's just a short introduction. So, May the 4th be with you, and let's start with the examples. The first one is Ewan McGregor, who is Scottish, but it's not this Scottish accent, it's just, I would say, the standard British received pronunciation. So, let's listen to it.
Hello there. Hello there.
You see, it's hello there, it's not hello there, it's hello there, and this is a non-rhotic realization of the word. So no rhoticity here, it's hello there and not hello there. Then, once again, Ewan McGregor.
The negotiations were short. The negotiations were short.
The negotiations were short. It's not the negotiations were short. I brought transcriptions. Usually the transcription is from the Cambridge Dictionary online, and you can see that it's just two long vowels. I suppose you know what a vowel is. And it's long because of this R letter. When we have R in British English and the non-rhotic accents, we actually pronounce this vowel as a long vowel. This is why you have two dots here. It's were and short. Were and short. Good. Now, once again, another Scottish actor who's Ian McDiarmid. It's interesting. You actually have the R here, even though I thought the transcription would be British and it would be McDermott, but it's McDermott because this is the Scottish pronunciation, which is a rhotic accent. Scottish is rhotic, do you remember from this part? So rhotic, Scotland. Let's listen to him.
Stay here where it's safe. Stay here where it's safe.
Stay here where it's safe. Here. So in Cambridge Dictionary, it's the transcription includes this tiny R sound, which means that there is some kind of a coloring of the vowel, but it's just here. The pronunciation of this actor, Ian McDiarmid, is just here without any R. This is why, by the way, we have this type of brackets, not just slashes. Because when we have just slashes, it's the, standard pronunciation without any specificities of a person, but in this very pronunciation, just here. By the way, in this example, this is why I took it, by the way, you have where it's safe. The accent in itself is not rhotic because it's just British accent. We have R because it's followed by a vowel here, where it's safe, where it's safe. If it was just the word where without anything following, that would be where. But we have something that follows this word, and it's where it's safe, where it's safe. Okay, another example, I think it's even the same extract, not sure. Let's listen to it.
I understand your concern, Your Majesty. I understand your concern, Your Majesty.
I understand your concern, Your Majesty. Here we have 4 words in this tiny 1-second video. We have 4 realizations of R. So we have understand, once again, nothing, because you see it's just understand. If it were, for example, underestimate, we will have this example just right. after. This is underestimate. This is understand because there is no vowel after the R letter. Okay, then we have your concern, your majesty. Your concern, your majesty. What's interesting about this example, this case of your, is that I wouldn't say that it's a weak form, because usually it's I understand your concern, so you would say your concern. But maybe here it's important to emphasize the word your, so I understand your concern. This is not the topic of this video, but I just wanted to show that this is not the usual pronunciation. Well, it's not the dictionary pronunciation of the weak form your. We don't care in this video. Then concern and your majesty. I decided to keep the transcriptions from Cambridge Dictionary just to remain, coherent in this video. And now we will have the first case of a Canadian accent. Usually the Canadian accent is rhotic. In this example, it's rhotic too, because it's power and underestimate, but you will see what I mean later. So now listen to this.
You underestimate my power! You underestimate my power!
Okay, huge classic. What's interesting about it? Even in this position, where it would be just underestimate, in rhotic accents, it's underestimate. So becomes rhotic. It's called coloring, the coloring of the vowel. So the vowel, the schwa, becomes and power. Once again, rhotic. And I just decided to listen to Hayden Christensen's real accent and found this interview. And here you can hear the rhoticity even more. Listen to it.
Actually, I remember meeting you for the first time.
You see, I remember meeting him for the first time. So the coloring is really strong. Remember first, for first time. And once again, for the first time, even though the word for is not really important in this context, so it must be weak. We could have used the weak form of the word for. It would be for. It's still colored. You see, it's for the first time, And just to add another strong coloring, I decided to add a tiny extract from the interview of Mark Hamill.
To, I think, Vancouver first. We went to, I think, Vancouver first.
You see, Vancouver first. It's not Vancouver first. It's first, Vancouver. This is the colored R. And in this very example, I decided to compare the two possibilities. So the colored vowel and just R. This is Palpatine. This is the actor who played Palpatine. This is Ian McDiarmid. You can properly hear the R sound which follows the vowel. This is not saber, it's saber. Listen to it.
I needed a lightsaber. I didn't know I needed a lightsaber.
Saber. You see, this is R in the syllable coda. What does it mean? It means that this is the end of the syllable. So saber. It's not, by the way, this is another type of R, because it's Scottish accent, but I just wanted to show the difference.
We went to, I think, Vancouver first.
I didn't know I needed a lightsaber.
I hope it's clear. And obviously I decided to finish this video with the best example ever, which is the sand, the horrible sand. Let's listen to it.
I don't like sand. It's coarse and rough and irritating, and it gets everywhere.
What I found extremely interesting about this video is that at the beginning, coarse is rhotic, but everywhere is not. And this is why, by the way, I wanted to find a interview with Hayden Christensen just to hear his real accent. It is rhotic, but I don't know why in this very example it's everywhere, but not everywhere. It should be everywhere, just to remain coherent, but it's everywhere, but still coarse is rhotic. Coarse. Let's listen to it again.
I don't like sand. It's coarse and rough and irritating, and it gets everywhere.
You see? So this is it. As I said, just a tiny video to celebrate May the 4th or 4th, you decide. Enjoy the day, and I hope you now know what rhoticity is.